And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the first event up tonight. Going to be the girls 11 to 14 100-meter freestyle. This is event 105. And heat number 1 is going to be the girls 11 and 12, A final, Mr. Referee. Lane number 2 is Sean Chan, University of Calgary. Lane 3, Ellie Wise, Cascade. Lane number 4, Stephanie Zhang, University of Calgary. Lane 5, Angela Wang, University of Calgary. Lane 6 is Cadence Walduber, the Patriots. And lane number 7, Tanya Bakshi, University of Calgary. And winning our A final, lane 4, 109.93 is Stephanie Zhang, University of Calgary Swim Club. Results on the board are official. Next heat, heat number 2, the 13 to 14-year-old girls final. Mr. Referee. Matej Gigovich having a great go here in the 13-year-old final. 104.56 this morning, and tonight 103.35. Gigovich from Killarney taking the win. Second, going to lane number 5, Jasmine Lowell, Edmonton Keano. And third, also to Keano, Danica Douglas. Results on the board are official. Next event 107, the girls 15 and over 100-meter butterfly. This is the first of 2 heats. Your B final, Mr. Referee. Off we go on the first heat of the girls 15 and over. Alexa Warren in lane number 4, top seed at 109.38. Leading, though, is lane 3, Chloe Baker, her teammate. In lane number 5, Victoria Strom. Strong cement in lane number 6, Kristen Hollingsworth from the Alberta Marlins. Hollingsworth this morning a 1:10.45. He just had one swimmer under that 1:10 mark, and that was Warren in lane number 4. And at the touch, it is Warren taking a second off from this morning, 108.41. Results on the board are official. Next up, Heat 2. This is our A final. Mr. Referee. Coaches, please make sure you've adjusted your timelines with the shift of the 800-meter freestyle. Once again, make sure you've adjusted your timelines, your start times for your events with the shift in the 100-meter freestyle. 800-meter freestyle, I'm sorry. Swimming in lane number 4, top seed is Monica Leshuk, University of Calgary. 106.5 won this morning, but it's Sydney Eastman from Glencoe out in a 30.24 through the first 50 meters. And the field now bunching up together. Lanes 2, 3, and 4. Annika Cameron moving in contention for the Patriots, as is lane 6. Tatiana Alicia, also from the Patriots. At the touch, 105.92. Annika Cameron from the Calgary Patriots wins our A final. Results on the board are official. And our first boys event now, event number 108, 100-meter freestyle. It's going to be heat number 1, our 12 and 13-year-old B final. Mr. Referee. Top seed in the B final, swimming in lane number 4, Keenan Sen, University of Calgary, 104.23 this morning. Now quickly in lane 3, Gabriel Dale from Cascade. He was 105.3 in the morning's preliminaries, 29.2 at the 50-meter mark, a second ahead of the field. Just a reminder, everybody, about the time zone change tonight. Clock's falling back an hour. Dale taking our B final in a time of 102.21. And we do have disqualification on the board. With that, the results are official. Next up, heat number 2. This is your A final, Mr. Referee. Top seed in the A final from Glencoe in lane number 4, Marco Marin, 58-4-2 in the preliminaries. Right there with him in lane at number 3. And with the leader, that's Graham Pardo from Edmonton Canal. He was 10037. Keep your eye on Levi Hildebrand swimming in lane 5 from the Patriots, 59-3 this morning. And 4:10 separating your leaders in 4 and 5. Pardo and Hildebrand turning at the 50-meter mark together. And here comes Marco Marin from Glencoe, looking to be faster than the 58.4 this morning, and 58.48 for the win. Does look like second will go to Edmonton Canal's Graham Pardo. Did have a light touch in lane number 1. Results on the board are not official yet. We did have a light touch in lane number 1. And results on the board are now official. Next up, our third heat. This is a 14 to 15-year-old boys B final. Mr. Referee. And attention, coaches, just as we get this next race underway, we will need a coaching representative for a technical meeting to the dive towers. Right now, please, if we could get a single coaching representative to the dive tower. We need a coach from Alberta Marlins, Calgary Patriots, University of Calgary Swimming, Cascade, Edmonton Canal, Glencoe, Killarney, LA Swim Club, Medicine Hat Waves, and Red Deer Catalina. Once again, can we get a coaching representative to the dive tower for a coaches meeting right now? Winning the B final, 56.96, Hunter Scrove from Alberta Marlins. Results on the board are official. Next up, heat number 4. This is a 14 to 15-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. And it's our top seed of the boys 100-meter freestyle, 14 to 15 years old. Parker DeHaze in lane number 4, 53.74 this morning in the prelims. DeHaze, a member of the provincial team that competed at the Canada Games in Niagara last summer. Goes through in 25.83 through the first 50. He's followed by Jackie Dong in lane 6 at University of Calgary. And then Merrick Phillips in 5 from Edmonton Keano. And the best time this morning by DeHaze. We'll see what he gets here as he comes to the flags. Clear water in front of him. And it's DeHaze in 53.56. Second goes to lane number 5, Edmonton Keano's Merrick Phillips. And third goes to University of Calgary's Jackie Dong. Results on the board are official. Next event is event 110. This is the 16 and over boys 100 meter freestyle. Heat 1 is your B final, Mr. Referee. Top seed in 4, Caden Werner ends. Cascade 56.47 this morning. The Rocky Mountain meet record in this event, a 47.79, set 4 years ago by Marcus Thormeyer. Ends going through at 26.93, a tenth of a second ahead of Brandon Hatchie in lane 3 from Killarney. And close at the touch, but it's going to go to Werner ends in a 55.75. Winning our B final. Results on the board are official. Next up will be our second heat. This is your A final, Mr. Referee. Here we go, top seed. Member of this December's World Championship team, Yuri Kissel. We're off to Melbourne, Australia at the end of this month. Getting ready for that event. It was 51.90 this morning. He went 22.4 in the 50 free last night. Here he's through in 23.7 seconds. 2 seconds back. Following him in lane 3 is Nathan Wong, Calgary Patriots. And then in lane number 7 from Killarney, that's Balash Moldovan. And 15 meters left to go for Kissel. We'll see what he can put up on the board. Yuri Kissel, Cascade Swim Club in 4, winning the 100 free in a 49.25. Second goes to lane number 3, Wong from the Patriots. And third goes to Red Deer Catalina's Cooper Waddle in lane 5. Results on the board are official. Next event now, event number 111, the girls 11 to 14 200 meter backstroke, our first heat. This is the B final, and the girls 11 and 12. Mr. Referee. Be final now, the 200-meter backstroke, lane 2, Lily Hassan, the University of Calgary, lane 3, Karis McLean, UCSC, lane 4, Sophia Bullock, also University of Calgary, lane 5 is Jolie Kwan, Cascade, lane 6 is Haley Kwan, University of Calgary, lane 7, Tanya Bakshi, also University of Calgary. And coming now to the halfway point. In our B final, going through first, lane 5, Jolie Kwan, Cascade, 1:22.83. 10th of a second up on Bullock for the University of Calgary in lane number 4. Bullock this morning, top seed. Swam at 2:49.95, 8/10 of a second up on Kwan. And Bullock with the win at 2:46.41. Winning in the B final of the girls 200-meter backstroke. Results on the board are official. Next up, our second heat, which is the girls 11 and 12 A final. Mr. Referee. And here we go, their A finalists swimming in lane number 1, Alice Zhang, University of Calgary. Lane 2 is Paige Slavich, Cascade. Lane 3, Alexis Swan, University of Calgary. Lane 4, Megan Sutherland, University of Calgary. Lane 5, Hillary Gow, University of Calgary. Lane 6, Callie Cardiff, University of Calgary. Lane 7 is Kaya Pratt, LA Swimming. And lane number 8 from Cascade, Brooke McCain. Top seed in lane number 4, Sutherland from the University of Calgary. She was 2:32.94 this morning in the prelims. 2/10 of a second up on Gal, swimming in lane number 5, her teammate. It is 3 University of Calgary swimmers with the lead at the halfway point. 1:12.8 for Sutherland, and then 1:15.4, 1:15.5 for Gao and Yan. Second and third separated by just 1/10 of a second with 75 meters left to go. This will be the 3/4 mark here for Sutherland in lane number 4. She goes around in a 1:50.86. 38-second split on her third 50. She should be just under 2:30. If she can hold on to this pace here over the last 30 meters. Second now is Gao, who's moved away from her teammate Alexis Wan in 3. And here we are at the finish. Megan Sutherland, University of Calgary Swim Club, 2:32.9 this morning. And tonight winning in a 2:28.53. Second goes to Hillary Gao in lane number 5. And third goes to lane 3, Alexis Swan. Top 3 finishers, all from the University of Calgary Swim Club. Those results are official. Next is Heat 3. This is going to be the 13 to 14-year-old girls B final. Mr. Referee. Off we go, their B finalists in lane 1, Maya Stork, Calgary Patriots. Lane 2, Julia Wagner, University of Calgary. Lane 3 is Kiara Crane, Edmonton Keano. Lane 4, Sophia Meller, University of Calgary. Lane 5, Addison Pruden, Red Deer Catalina. Lane 6, Brooke Roussel, University of Calgary. Lane 7, Malak Beshri, University of Calgary. Lane 8, Lauren Meller, University of Calgary. And here we are at the finish of the girls B final. Sophia Miller in lane 4, 2:29.40. Results on the board are official. Next up, Heat 4, the 13 to 14-year-old girls A final. Mr. Referee. And here we go, their A finalists now swimming in lane 1, Anna Harper, Cascade. Lane 2 is Greer, McClay, Glencoe. Lane 3, Chinyao Peng, University of Calgary. Lane number 4, Maria Melnick, University of Calgary. Lane 5 is Christine Zhao, University of Calgary. Lane 6, Maya Scher from Killarney. Lane 7, Julia Norman, University of Calgary. And lane number 8, from LA Swimming, Taylor Ginther. Melnick this morning, the top qualifier, the 2:27.63 swim. He was up on her teammate, Zhao, in lane number 5 by just over a half second. And we've got the middle of the pool, lanes 2 all the way to 7, swimming right together. And it's Julia Norman, University of Calgary, in lane number 7, out with a slight advantage of 1:11.42. 0.4 of a second up on Melnick, swimming in lane 4. Norman this morning swam a 2:32.02. He was nearly 5 seconds back, but is up and is challenging for the lead as it comes to the 150-meter mark. And it's still Norman by a half second at 1:49.0. Followed by Melnick in 4, and then Peng in lane 3. And here comes Melnick making a charge now with 10 meters left to go. Maria Melnick, University of Calgary, taking back the lead. And it's going to be Melnick at the wall, 2:25.20. Second goes to Peng in lane 3. And third goes to Zhao in lane 5. And we did have a disqualification in that heat. So with that, it looks like Julia Norman in lane 7, University of Calgary, will move up into the bronze medal position. Results on the board are official. Next event 113, the girls 15 and over 200-meter backstroke. Our first heat is the C final, Mr. Referee. And here we go with our first heat of the 200-meter backstroke and the C final. Swimming in lane 1 is Shrisha Gupta from Killarney. Lane 2, Anna Blevins, Edmonton Keano. Lane 3, Mia Soska from Killarney. Lane 4, Hannah Alexander, LA Swimming. Lane 5 is Kaylee McKegney, swimming for University of Calgary. Lane 6 from Cascade, Julia Van Gisbergen. And lane 7 from Edmonton Keano, Olivia Morrow. And just 50 meters to go for Anna Blevins, your race leader, Edmonton Keano in 2. Blevins this morning a 250.80, a little bit more than a second up on Hannah Alexander from LA Swimming, swimming in lane 4. She's currently second as they come to the last wall and the last turn. Going to be Blevins 2 at first, 25 meters now to go in our C final. And winning with a good drop from this morning, 14 seconds. Anna Blevins, Edmonton Keano, 2:36.97. Results on the board were official. Moving on to Heat 2, the B final, Mr. Referee. And away we go with our B finalists. Swimming in lane number 1, Addison Beeman, University of Calgary. Lane 2, Annika Erickson, Red Deer Catalina. Lane 3, Miriam Farag, Edmonton Keano. Lane 4, Alana Garcia, Edmonton Keano. Lane 5, Maya Slee Keano. Lane 6, Sydney Heisman Glencoe. Lane 7, Alyssa Gutterson Cascade. And in lane number 8, Emily Larshevik, University of Calgary. Is Garcia out in front in lane number 4, 2:28.17 this morning. Here's 3/10 of a second up on her teammate swimming in lane 5, Maya Slee, 2:28.4. And it's a close race in the lane 4. Two teammates, Garcia and Slee from Edmonton Keano. 50 meters left to go, and they're separated by 0.4 of a second. 1:47.5 to 1:47.9. Just need a 40-second 50 here at the end to get underneath the time they did this morning. Garcia starting to pick it up in lane and number 4. 15 meters left to go for her. And it's going to be Eliana Garcia from Edmonton Keano winning the B final. Her time, a 2:24.61. Results on the board are official. Next up, our third and final heat of the girls' 200 backstroke. This is your A final, Mr. Referee. Lane number 1 is Ellie Baker, Cascade. Lane 2, Isabella Korcheski, University of Calgary. Lane 3 from Killarney, Avery Mitchell. Lane 4, Edmonton Keano, Eliana Phillips. Lane 5 from Edmonton Keano, Kaylee Crane. Lane 6 from Cascade, Cora Wilson. Lane 7 from the Patriots, Brooklyn Avey. And lane number 8 from Cascade, Leah Butler. Phillips through the first 50 meters in a 31.98 split. 0.6 of a second up on Cora Wilson, swimming in lane number 6. Phillips this morning a 2:19.46. And Phillips starting to stretch out that lead as she comes to the halfway point in a 1:05.55. Second is her teammate, 2 seconds back, Kaylee Crane in lane number 5. Third is Wilson in 6. And here goes Phillips at the 150-meter mark, 140.61. Second and third haven't changed. It's Crane in 5, Wilson in lane 6. And here we go off the last wall, and at the 15-meter mark, it is Phillips. Moving nicely in lane number 4. Again, a 2:19.46 this morning. And winning tonight, 2:17.08. Eliana Phillips, Edmonton Canal. Second goes to Cora Wilson in lane 6. And third goes to Edmonton Canal's Kaylee Crane in lane 5. Results on the board are official. Moving to our next event. Event 114, the boys 200-meter butterfly. This would be a combined A final for both the 12 to 13-year-old and 14 to 15-year-old swimmers, Mr. Referee. And here we go, swimming in lane number 1. Lone finalist in the boys 12 to 13. That's Chris Zhang, University of Calgary. Lane 3, Andrew Fenning, University of Calgary. Lane 4, Andrew Chilton, Edmonton Keano. Lane 5, Lachlan Simpson, University of Calgary. And lane 6, from University of Calgary, Austin Maw. Chilton leading the way at 30.49. It was a best time by 5 seconds this morning, down to 2:19.6. And he's just up ahead of Fenning, swimming in lane 3. In touch is Simpson in 5 as they come around the 75 wall, making their way to the 100-meter mark, the halfway point in this race. .105.64 for Chilton. Simpson at 106.7 and a 107.0 for Fenning. Very close for second and third. As the two swimmers from the University of Calgary in 3 and 5 are chasing down Edmonton's Chilton in 4. And Chilton now to the 150-meter mark and a 141.9, a half second up on Simpson in 5. And here we go, last 25 meters for your race leader, Edmonton Cano's Andrew Chilton. And Lachlan Simpson right there as well as they come to the wall together. It's going to be Chilton, 2:17.93. Couple tenths of a second up on Lachlan Simpson. University of Calgary takes second in lane 5, and third, also going to the University of Calgary. That'll be Andrew Fenning in 3. Results on the board are official. Moving to our next event, event 116. Boys 16 and over, 200-meter butterfly final. Mr. Referee. 16 and over, swimmers in the water in lane 2, Demetrios Milonish, University of Calgary. Lane 3 is Andrew Byrne, University of Calgary. Lane 4, Elijah O'Reilly, University of Calgary. Lane 5 is Noah Thompson, Edmonton Cano. Lane 6, Daniel Asker, University of Calgary. And lane 7, Connor Sortland, University of Calgary Swim Club. Elijah O'Reilly in lane 4. He's a top seed after a 2:12.44 this morning. It was a 3-second drop from his entry time. Out in front, Noah Thompson sitting second from Edmonton Cano, coming to the 100-meter mark. It's O'Reilly in 101.6, 102.3 for Thompson. And third is Andrew Byrne, University of Calgary in lane 3. And O'Reilly doing a good job holding off Thompson as they come to the 150-meter mark, separated now by a little over a second. We should see O'Reilly get pretty close to 2:10 if he can hold this pace over the last 25 meters. And look at this push out of Thompson in lane number 5, charging up and by O'Reilly. And it's Thompson at the touch, a 3-second personal best in 2:10.38. Second goes to O'Reilly, also in another best time of 2:11.54. And third goes to Connor Sortland in lane number 7 from the University of Calgary. Results on the board are official. Next event 121, the girls 200-meter breaststroke. Heat 1 will be 11, 12-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. In the water in lane number 2 is Georgie DaCosta, University of Calgary. Lane 3 is Mia Kehoe from Cascade. Lane 4, Megan Sutherland, University of Calgary. Lane 5, Stephanie Zhang, University of Calgary. Lane 6, Abigail Scher, Killarney. Lane 7, Katarina Gibbs, University of Calgary. Sutherland at the 50-meter mark, 41.77. 2 seconds up on Mia Kehoe, swimming in lane 3 for Cascade. Followed by Killarney's Abigail Scher, swimming in lane 6. Sutherland this morning went a personal best time by 5 seconds when she swam 3:02.80. Turns at the halfway point, 1:27.3, followed by both Mia Kehoe and Stephanie Zhang. Zhang this morning at 3:05. That was more than a 5-second drop for her. now the 150-meter mark. 2:13.52 is a split time for Sutherland. 3 full seconds faster than she was this morning. She looks like she's going to be able to crack that 3-minute mark. And here we go, less than 10 meters to go for Megan Sutherland, the University of Calgary Swim Club. 3:02.81 personal best this morning, and tonight cracking that 3-minute mark. 2:58.57 for the win. And close for that silver and bronze between lane 6, Abigail Scher, and Stephanie Zhang is going to go to Killarney Scher in a time of 3:11.32. Third goes to lane number 5, Stephanie Zhang, University of Calgary. Results on the board are official. Next up, this is your 13-year-old A final, Mr. Referee. Thirteen-year-old A finalist in the water, lane number 1, Mary Jiff Glencoe. Lane 2, Haley Haynes, University of Calgary. Lane 3, Danica Douglas, Edmonton Piano. Lane 4, Medicine Hat Waves, Rowan Bifford. Lane 5 from Edmonton Piano, Haley Beeler. Lane 6 from the Patriots, Abigail Clark. Lane 7 from Edmonton Piano, Jasmine Lowell. And lane 8 from the University of Calgary, Lauren Miller. Biffer, your top qualifier, and 4 was right on her personal best. Actually dropped 0.3 of a second off, going 2:43.22. Bifford now 1:18.04, 6/100ths of a second faster than this morning. Beeler in 5 is sitting second for Edmonton Piano. Third, it's the Patriots' Clark. And Bifford still looking strong, just over 50 meters left to go. Beeler is sitting in second, and here moving up is Douglas in lane 3 from Edmonton Piano, challenging for bronze as she turns 0.2 of a second up on Clark, swimming in 6. And we'll see if Bifford can get down to 2:42 low. With 25 meters left to go, Rowan Bifford looking very strong. She has led this one right from the start. Rowan Bifford, the Medicine Hat Waves. Here comes Beeler in 5, but she's not going to get her as it is. Rowan Bifford, 2:43.25 for the win. Second goes to Haley Beeler, Edmonton Piano in lane number 5, and third goes to the Patriots' Abigail Clark in lane 6. Results on the board are official. Next up, our 15 and over girls 200-meter breaststroke. So heat number 1, the B final. Sorry, heat number 2, your A final. Let's try that again. Heat 1, the B final, Mr. Referee. Lane number 1 is Stephanie Q, University of Calgary. Lane 3, Maria Lucinda Romero from Cascade. Lane 4, Meredith Chicolo, University of Calgary. Lane 5, Alana Carija from Cascade. Lane 6, Monica Aleshchuk, University of Calgary. Chicolo in lane number 4 up ahead of Carija in 5. And Resende Romero in lane number 3 as it comes to the halfway point. It's going to be Chicolo this morning. She was 121.4 here tonight. 0.8 of a second back at 122.3. And less than 20 meters to go now. Chicolo in lane number 4, just ahead of Resende Romero. Both these swimmers on pace to be faster than they were this morning. And it's going to be Chicolo in lane 4, 251.41. 13-second drop on the day for your silver medalist. Your second place finisher in the B final, Resende Romero, down to 252.36. Results on the board are not yet official. And the results are now official. Moving on to heat number 2. This is your A final, Mr. Referee. And here we go in the A final. Lane 1, Lauren Porter, Killarney. Lane 2 is her teammate, Rianne Gameo. Lane 3 from Cascade, Cameron Dale. Lane 4, your top qualifier, Sonia Bakshi from University of Calgary. Lane 5, Abby Baylor, Red Deer Catalina. Lane 6, Gabriella Schlenk, Edmonton Keanu. Lane 7, Priya Thomas, Red Deer Catalina. And lane number 8, from the University of Calgary Swim Club, Lolo O'Brien. $1:16.84 is the split time for Baylor. 2.5 seconds faster than she was this morning. She was 2:43.4. It was already a personal best time by 3 full seconds. Baylor doing a great job through the 125-meter mark. Second appears to be Cameron Dale in lane 3, followed by Sonia Bakshi in lane 4. Keep your eye on the clock. Baylor this morning, a 2:01.63 at the split here tonight, 1:57.99. 2.5 seconds back is Dale in 3, followed by Bakshi right on their heels, though. Edmonton Candles, Gabriella Schlenk swimming in lane 6. Last wall for Baylor now in lane number 5. Dale still just ahead of Bakshi. It's going to be a great race for silver and bronze in 3 and 4. But absolutely nobody's going to get to Abby Baylor, and swimming in lane 5. 2:43.45 this morning, and here tonight, look at this drop, 2:40.06. More than 6 seconds on the day for your winner from Red Deer Catalina, Abby Baylor. Second goes to Cameron Dale in lane number 3. And third goes to lane number 4, Sonia Bakshi. Results on the board are official. Next up, event 124. This is the boys 100-meter backstroke, our first heat. The 12 and 13-year-old B final, Mr. Referee. Leading the way in lane number 5 to the first 50 meters of our B final, Justin Attridge of the Calgary Patriots. You have second alternate Graham McIlwain swimming in lane 4. Lane 5, Astridge from the Calgary Patriots, 1:16.89 this morning. You're going to win our B final here tonight, 1:12.96. Results on the board are official. Next up, Heat 2. This is the A final. Mr. Referee. A finalists underway. Top qualifier Marco Marin in lane 4 from Glencoe, 1:07.48 this morning. Out first though in 6. Look at Aaron Zhao get going. He was 30.7 at that 50. He was a 1:08.67 in the prelims. Last wall for Zhao, followed by Marin, and then Graham Pardo, Edmonton Cano. And Aaron Zhao doing a great job here tonight. Leading this one right from the gun is going to be Zhao in 6, 1:04.43, another good drop. Second is DeMarco Merritt in lane number 4, Glencoe. And then third, it will be Edmonton Cano's Graham Pardo. Results on the board are official. Next event now, next heat, Heat 3. This is your 14 to 15-year-old B final. Mr. Referee. Top qualifier swimming in lane number 4, Matthew Chung, University of Calgary. 1:06.53 to lead the way into our B final. as Chung through first, 32-21. Second at the 50, but great underwater. Pulled him up in front. Jason Yang in lane 3. Yang and Chung coming to last. Wall together. Advantage Chung in 4. There goes that underwater of Yang, though, in lane number 3. Back up and in the lead. It's going to be tight at the finish as Matthew Chung takes back the lead for the University of Calgary in lane 4. It's going to be Chung winning the B final, 106.38. Results on the board are official. Next is Heat 4, the A final, boys 14-15. Mr. Referee. Top qualifier in lane 4, Daniel Alexander, LA Swimming, 102.85 this morning. Being pushed right now by lane 3, University of Calgary's Desmond Wang. And here comes 5, Jonah Smith. And it's Smith through first, 30.33, 8/100ths of a second up on Wang, followed by Alexander in 4. A great first 50 for our top 3 competitors as they come to the last wall. And it looks like it's Smith, followed by closely by Wang and now Powell from Red Deer, Catalina. And don't count out lane number 4, Daniel Alexander, LA Swimming, moving nice at the close. And it is Smith, 102.50. 0.6 of a second faster than this morning for the win. Second goes to Alexander in lane 4, LA Swimming. And third goes to Red Deer, Catalina's Dalton Powell in lane 2. Results on the board are official. Next up, event 126, boys 16 and over. Mr. Referee. Top seed is Nathan Wong in lane 4, Calgary Patriots. He was at 59.35. The senior record for the meet. The Rocky Mountain record is a 52.89. Set 4 years ago. That was Marcus Thormeyer in 2018. $7.83. Wong in lane number 4. Matt Avey turns second, 28.74, followed by Cooper Waddle, Red Deer, Catalina. It's going to be Wong hitting the last wall out in front. Let's see what he's got left on the underwater. Getting out almost 10 meters. And we'll look to see if he can crack that 59 mark, 59.35 this morning. And tonight, 59.00 for the win, Nathan Wong in 4. Second goes to his teammate Matt Avey in lane 3, and third, Red Deer Catalina's Cooper Waddle in lane 5. Results on the board are official. Next is the girls' 50-meter freestyle. Our first heat will be the 11 and 12 B final. Mr. Referee. Top qualifier in the B final, Brooke McCain and 4 from Cascade. 31-3-3 this morning. And it looks like it's McCain with the advantage as they come to the finish. Watch out for 6. And it is, though, by 2/100ths of a second, 31-2-3. Cascade's Brooke McCain winning our B final. Results are official. Next is Heat 2, your A final. Mr. Referee. Top qualifier here and for Alina Custodio from the Patriots, 28-78 this morning. And Custodio is right up there being challenged by Wise in 5. But by 8/100ths of a second, Alina Custodio with the win, 29-05. Second goes to Ellie Wise in lane 5 from Cascade. And third goes to the Calgary Patriots, Caden Swarduber in lane 3. Results on the board are official. Heat 3 now, the 13 to 14-year-old girls, a B final. Top seed in our B final, Lila Thiessen in lane 4 this morning at 28-71. And a very close field, lanes 1 through to 8. All swimming together, advantage in 3 and 5. Bifford and Zelke at the touch, 28-35, Lydia Zelke, Cascade. Results on the board are official. Next up, the A final, Mr. Referee. Top qualifier in this A final. Matea Gigovich, Killarney Swim Club, 27-04 in prelims. She was up by 0.3 of a second on Melnick in lane number 5. But it is all Gigovich in lane number 4. Powering her way through this one. It will be Maria Gigovich. Killarney Swim Club, 26-85 for the win. Results on the board are official. Senior girls now, starting with Heat 1, the C final. Mr. Referee. And here we go with our C finalists. Swimming in lane number 4, it's your first alternate from Edmonton, Canada, Natalie Chow. Top qualifying time for the C final, Isabella Korcheski, University of Calgary, swimming in lane 5. Time 28.68, but look at lane number 3, Annika Cameron from the Calgary Patriots. Gunning it hard here in lane 3. She was 28.85 this morning. Tonight, with the win, 28.16, taking our C final. Results on the board are official. Next up, Heat 2, the P final. Mr. Referee. Top seed in this one, Sarah Hill in lane 5, LA Swimming, 28.02 this morning. In this B final, we've got the C finalists who've moved up. Rand Cameo from the Killarney Swim Club. Looks to be Hollingsworth from Alberta Marlins in 3 with the win, 27.63. Kristen Hollingsworth, Alberta Marlins, winning the B final. Results on the board are official. Next up, our third and final heat. This is your A final, Mr. Referee. Brooklyn Navy in lane number 4, top seed at 27.34 this morning. She was just 5 100ths ahead of Molly Fleming in lane 5 from Killarney. And it is Avey and Fleming. Look out for Abby Baylor in 3 from Red Deer. She's up there with the leaders, as is Leah Butler in 6. At the touch, it is Brooklyn Avey, 27.06. Patriots taking gold. Silver goes to Leah Butler Cascade in lane 6. And third goes to Killarney's Molly Fleming in lane 5. Results on the board are official. Event 134 now, the boys 400-meter individual medley. It's a time final event. Is your top heat swimming here tonight. Mr. Referee. And here are our 400-meter individual medley swimmers. Swimming in lane number 1, Roman Terzi from the University of Calgary. Lane number 2, Gavin Picoy from Red Deer, Catalina. Lane 3, Kaylin Simong, Red U Catalina. Lane number 4, Edmonton Kianos, Cohen Chan. Lane number 5 from Red U Catalina, Miles Grant. Lane 6 from Glencoe, Nathan Sullivan. Lane 7 from Killarney, Alan Piddick. Lane number 8 from Red U Catalina, Parker Tweedale. Cohen Chan leading the way through 150 meters. Sitting in second is Glencoe's Nathan Sullivan, swimming in lane 6. Third is lane 7. That's Killarney's Alan Piddick. And now through 200 meters, Cohen Chan, Edmonton Kiano turning at 2:15.11. Sullivan turning 6 seconds back in lane 6, followed by Killarney's Piddick in 7. Chan coming in with a seed time of 4:49. Nice first 50 meters of breaststroke at 38 seconds for Chan. He's extending his lead on the field as we move on to this third leg, the breaststroke leg of our 400-meter individual medley. And Cohen Chan looking very strong, turning at 3:33.3. Might see as much as a 10-second drop from his entry time for Chan. Again, he's coming in at 4:49.88. Chan 3:33. At the 300-meter mark, his first 50 of freestyle at 34 high. Because you need a 32 seconds to get under 4:40. Either way, this will be a good drop for him. Again, he's coming in at an entry time at 4:49. A nice big personal best for Cohen Chan, Edmonton Kiano, as he looks to win this 400-meter individual medley final. And it is Cohen Chan, 4:41.52 for the win. And we're going to get second out of lane 7 to Alan Piddick Killarney. And third is going to go to Nathan Sullivan from Glencoe, swimming in lane 6. Next up, event 141. This is the girls 200 IM Our first heat will be our 11 and 12 B final, Mr. Referee. And we're just waiting on the board before we go to that next event. And we did have disqualification marked on the board. Ready for our next event, event 141, heat 1, Mr. Referee. Just over 25 meters to go in the B final. The girls 11 and 12. Alice Zhang, University of Calgary, leading the way on this one. Zhang this morning, 258.47. And it is Zhang at 250.83, winning our B final. And those results are official. Heat 2 now, the 11 and 12 A final, Mr. Referee. Sean Chan in lane number 1. Swimming through the University of Calgary Swim Club. Lane 2 is their teammate Hillary Gao. Lane 3, also UCSC, Angelina Wang. Lane 4, University of Calgary, Megan Sutherland. Lane 5, University of Calgary, Alexis Swan. Lane 6, UCSC, Sophia Becker. Lane 7, also University of Calgary, Callie Cardiff. And lane 8, from Edmonton, Canada, Lena Slee. Top seed is Sutherland in lane number 4. She won a best time by 5 seconds this morning, going 2:42.60. She already won the 200 breast tonight. There's her teammates, Angelina Wang in 3 and Alexis Swan in 5, out in front. As we come to the halfway point, it looks like it's going to be Angelina Wang. Wang this morning took almost 14 seconds off her entry time as she turns in 1:13.65, well, 2 seconds faster than she was this morning. Vaughn sitting in second, and here comes Sutherland in 4. Already saw a great swim in the 200-meter breast. No surprise, she's moving up here now. But she still has a ways to go to get up to Wang in 3. Wang still holding on to the lead. Juan in 5, right there with her. They're both trying to stay ahead of Sutherland in 4. Looks like it's going to come down to that freestyle. The splits this morning between Wang and Sutherland will bang on together. But it is Alexis Juan turning first at 2:01.44. More than 3 seconds faster than this morning, followed by Sutherland and then Wang in 3. And here we go, the last wall. All 3 of these swimmers turning right together, and 15 meters left to go. It is anyone's race, but here comes Sutherland trying to make a charge out of the middle of the pool. Megan Sutherland, University of Calgary, winning in a time of 2:37.82. Second goes to Angelina Wang in lane 3. And third goes to Alexis Swan in lane 5. Your top 3 swimmers, all from the University of Calgary Swim Club. Results on the board are official. Heat 3 now. This is the 13 to 14-year-old girls B final. Mr. Referee. These are B finalists in the girls 13 to 14. Swimming in lane number 1, Carolina Cruz, Calgary Patriots. Lane 2, Shershi McKegney, University of Calgary. Lane 3, Alicia Dye, University of Calgary. Lane 4 is Christine Zhao, University of Calgary. Lane 5 from Edmonton, Canada, Kiara Crane. Lane 6 from Cascade, Anna Harper. Lane 7, University of Calgary, Aya Kanawi. And lane 8, also University of Calgary, Lauren Miller. And Harper taking over the lead now as they come to the halfway point, just ahead of McKegney, turning in 1:11.25. Nearly 4 seconds faster than she was from this morning, Anna Harper. McKegney in lane 2 having a great breaststroke leg, as she has now moved into the lead. Shershi McKegney, University of Calgary, in 2. And it'll come down to our freestyle. McKegney with the lead at the 150-meter mark. 159.58, 4/10 of a second up on Harper. And right at the last wall together, McKegney and Harper, both of these swimmers, 2:43 this morning. Here comes Alicia Dye in lane number 3 from the University of Calgary, making a late charge. It's going to go to Anna Harper in lane number 6, winning in a time of 2:36.16. Results on the board are official. Next is Heat 4, the A final. Mr. Referee. Top qualifier is lane number 4, Danica Douglas, Edmonton, Canada. She was 2:29.2 this morning. Beside her in lane number 5 is Haley Beeler, Edmonton, Canada. Her teammate in lane 3 is Sophia Chin. Lane 6 from LA Swimming is Kaylin Lothian. Lane 2 from Edmonton, Canada, Ellie Carey. Lane number 7 from Edmonton, Canada, Jasmine Lowell. Lane number 1 from the Waves, that's Sarah Cradaville. And in lane number 8 from the University of Calgary, Haley Haynes. Kaylin Lothian moving up to the lead now for LA Swimming in lane 6 as they come to the 100-meter mark. Turning 1:10.55, 4/10 of a second up on Edmonton Canada's Douglas in 4. And Douglas with a great pull out there, getting up and into the lead, going by Lothian. Kaylee Beeler from Edmonton Canada in 5, also moving up and challenging into the top 3. And Douglas moving and moving well. 2:29.21 was the time this morning. .25 meters to go. It was a personal best by just under a second for Douglas from Edmonton Canada. Looks like she's going to take a little bit more time off of that. 2:30 is where she started this morning. And it looks like Douglas tonight is going to go 2:26.82, a 4-second drop. Winning our girls 13-14, 200 IM. Second goes to lane number 5, Haley Beeler, Edmonton Canada. And third goes to lane 6 from LA Swimming, Kaylin Lothian. Results on the board are official. Next is event 143, the girls 15 and over, 200 IM. This is our first heat, our C final. Mr. Referee. Less than 25 meters of breaststroke to go in the C final of the 200 IM for the girls. Maya Slee, Edmonton, Canada, leads the way. Got a more than a full body length lead on Cameron Dale in lane number 4. As they come to the 150 meter mark, it's going to be Slee turning a 1:57.00. Dale turns next, 3 seconds back as they go into the freestyle. Less than 50 meters to go. The girls 15 and over, 200 IM C final. And it is Slee in a time of 2:33.98. Results on the board are official. Next, Heat 2. This is the B final. Mr. Referee. B finalists in the water now with Nyla Smith, Killarney, swimming in lane 1. Grace Hitchcock, Red Deer Catalina in 2. Madeline Connell, Cascade in 3. Annika Erickson, Red Deer Catalina in 4. Mariam Farag, Edmonton Cano in 5. Chloe Baker, Cascade in 6. Priya Thomas, Red Deer in 7. And Merida Chicolo, University of Calgary in lane 8. Winning the B final, 2:29.83, is Chloe Baker from Cascade. Results on the board are official. Our third heat now. This is your A final, Mr. Referee. Swimming in lane number 1, Grace Arnott, Cascade. Lane 2 is Shane Bowie, Edmonton Canal. Lane 3, Sonia Bakshi, University of Calgary. Lane 4, Kaylee Crane, Edmonton Canal. Lane number 5, Eliana Phillips, Edmonton Canal. Lane 6, Alexa Warren, Cascade. Lane 7, Maddie Queens, Red Deer. And lane number 8, Victoria Chen, University of Calgary. And Phillips taking over the lead. She was 226.3 this morning. Here she is, 105.81. 2.5 seconds faster than she did in the prelims. Kaylee Crane, your top qualifier in lane number 4, 224.26. That was her personal best time by more than 4 full seconds. This one's all Phillips right now. She's got 15 meters of breaststroke left to go. Doing a great job protecting and extending that lead as she comes to the 150-meter mark. 50 meters of freestyle to go for your race leader as she turns at 146.3. Got 4 seconds up on her teammate Crane in lane number 4. Third, it is Sonia Bakshi, swimming at the University of Calgary in lane 3 as she turns on to the freestyle. And it is Phillips, 221.10. Personal best for her by 3 full seconds, winning the girls' 200 IM. Second goes to her Keanu teammate Kaylee Crane in lane number 4. And third goes to the University of Calgary Sonia Bakshi in lane 3. Results are official. Moving to event 144, the 100-meter breaststroke. This will be heat number 1, your 12 to 13-year-old A final, Mr. Referee. Graham Pardo on lane number 4. He's a top qualifier for Edmonton County. He swam a 1:17.41 this morning. Just about a second over his personal best time as he turns in 35.30. Second is Tyrone Chen in lane 3, and third, Andy Hugh in lane 5. And 25 meters to go for Pardo in lane number 4. Chen turning second in 3, followed by lane number 5, Hugh. We'll see if Graham Pardo can get down underneath his seed time. It is a 1:16.37. And 1:15.30 is a winning time, new personal best for Graham Pardo, Edmonton Canal. Second goes to Tyrone Chen in 3, and third goes to lane 5, Andy Hugh. Results on the board are official. Next up, this is going to be heat number 2, the 14 to 15-year-old B final. Mr. Referee. 14 to 15-year-old B final now. Lane number 1 is Jonas Smith, Cascade. Lane 2, Jason Liu, University of Calgary. Lane 5, Colby Gibbs, University of Calgary. Lane 6, Michael Lee, Edmonton Canada. Lane 7, Morgan Zhang, Patriots. Lane number 8, Parker DeHaze, Cascade. Colby Gibbs, top seed here in the B final. This morning he swam a 1:14.00. And here it is Gibbs, a 4-second drop, 1:10.72 for the win. Results on the board are official. Next up, heat 3. This is the A final, boys 14 to 15. Mr. Referee. A finalist led by lane 4, Cohen Chan, Edmonton Piano. 107.70 is the time put up by Chan this morning. 3.5 seconds up on lane number 5, Malonish. But look at this. Lane 3, Matthew Chung, University of Calgary, taking it out on the first 50. Chung turning first in a 31.59, 15 100ths up of a second, up on Cohen Chan. Chan with a great turn and underwater pullout gets himself back up into the lead. Going to the last wall, it is Chan and Chung. And Cohen Chan in lane number 4, 107.70 this morning. And winning here tonight, 106.66. Second goes to Matthew Chung from University of Calgary in 3. And third goes to his teammate, swimming in lane number 2, Seth Michael Aleluya. Results on the board are official. Boys 16 and over, 100-meter breaststroke A final. Mr. Referee. Top qualifier, Miles Grant, Red Deer Catalina on lane 4, 109.35 this morning. Grant's been as fast as 107.8. Out in front, Brandon Hatchie by almost a full second from Killarney, swimming in lane number 5. Hatchie this morning at 111.40. He's been as fast as 107.99. And he's still holding on to the lead, trying to hold off Miles Grant from Red Deer Catalina. Should see these swimmers pretty close to those entry times as we come to the finish. Just 2 strokes left. And it is Hatchie, 107.57, a new best time for him for the win. Second is Miles Grant, Red Deer in lane 4. And third goes the University of Calgary's Daniel Asker in lane 3. Result on the board are official. Feb 151, the girls 50-meter breaststroke, heat 1. They are 11 and 12, a final. Mr. Referee. Top seed in lane number 4, Alina Custodio from the Patriots, 37.81 this morning. He was up 4 seconds on the entire field in the prelims. The race is a little bit closer than that right now. Custodio still looking strong in the middle of the pool. 37.8 this morning and tonight for the win at 37.75. Second goes to lane number 3, Ellie Wise, Cascade, and third goes to Killarney's Abigail Scheer in lane 5. Results on the board are official. Next up, Heat 2, 13 to 14-year-old girls, A final. Mr. Referee. Abigail Clark in lane 4 from the Patriots at 34.16 this morning. She was way ahead of the field by almost 2 full seconds. Rowan Biffert in lane number 5 from the Waves. She had a strong 200 earlier tonight. And it's going to be Clark. We'll see how fast she can go. 34.1 this morning, 33.89 for the win tonight. Second goes to Biffert from the Waves in 5. And third goes to Glencoe's Mary Jeff in lane 3. Results on the board are official. Event 153, the girls 15 and over. This is going to be Heat 1, the B final. Mr. Referee. And just a reminder for everybody, tomorrow morning warm-up is at 8 a.m. for a 9 a.m. start. And don't forget to set your clocks back 1 hour before going to bed. Warm-ups tomorrow morning are 8 a.m. for a 9 a.m. start. B final goes to lane number 6. From University of Calgary, Meredith Chiquillo, 35.46. Results on the board are official. Next up, Heat 2. This is your A final, Mr. Referee. Top seed, Joanna Robertson, came in with a 34-2. She was 33-2 last night and a 33-0 this morning. Taking almost a full second and a half off of her entry time, Joanna Robertson. Swimming for Cascade in lane number 4, looking strong as she comes to the finish. And new best time again, 32.82 for the win. Second goes to lane number 7, University of Calgary's Jordan Lloyd. And third goes to LA Swimming's Emilia Gutan. Results on the board are official. Event 154 now, the boys 50-meter butterfly. Heat 1 is our 12 to 13-year-old B final. Mr. Referee. And winning the B final, 31-0-0 from University of Calgary, Miguel Lorenzo in lane 5. Results on the board are official. Next is Heat 2, our 12 to 13-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. Alan Biddick in lane number 4, Killarney 27-06 this morning. He's your top qualifiers. He hits the bulkhead, the 25-meter mark, out in front by a half body length. Second beside him, that looks to be lane number 3, Kingston Hitchcock, Red Deer Catalina. And Biddick this morning, 27-0 tonight, 27-3-4 for the win. Second goes to Hitchcock in 3. And third goes to lane 5, Aaron Chow, University of Calgary. Results on the board are official. 14 to 15-year-old boys now. This is your B final, Mr. Referee. B finalists in the water, Daniel Dennison in lane 4, top qualifier 29-4-2. And it is Dennison at the touch, 29-24, winning our B final. Results on the board are official. Next heat, 14 to 15-year-old A final, Mr. Referee. Jackie Dong in lane at number 4 is the top qualifier here at 28:07 this morning, and he takes this one 27-27. 4/10 of a second up on his teammate Desmond Mang in 3. Third goes to Cascade's Ryan Zhang, swimming in lane 5. Results on the board are official. Next up, event 156, the boys 16 and over, 50 butterfly. This is Heat 1, your B final, Mr. Referee. In the touch in lane 6, 27.55 from Killarney, Alexander Younger. Results on the board are official. Heat 2 now. This is the B final, Mr. Referee. Cooper Waddle, Red Deer Catalina in lane 4. He had the fastest time by a 10th of a second this morning at 26.38. Got his hands full with Matt Avey from the Patriots in 5, and it's going to be Avey by just 1/100th of a second ahead of Waddle right at the touch. Top 2 finishers in the 50 fly. Third goes to Dawson Sheehan, Cascade, swimming in lane 6. Results on the board are official. Girls 50-meter backstroke is up next. Our first heat is the 11 and 12 A final. Mr. Referee. Be finalists in the 50-meter backstroke. Once again, a reminder about the warm-up tomorrow beginning at 8 a.m. for a 9 a.m. racing start for preliminaries. And don't forget to set your clocks back an hour. 33-19, Hillary Cow wins the B final, sorry, the A final, and the girls 11-12. Results on the board are official. Heat 2 now, 13 to 14-year-old girls, B final, Mr. Referee. Kaylee Cameron, 33.08, wins the B final, the 50-meter backstroke. Our next heat is our 13 and 14-year-old girls A final. Results on that board are from that previous heat are official. A final now, Mr. Referee. Maria Melnick and lane in number 4, University of Calgary, 30.83. Closest swimmer he had to cracking that 30-second mark. With the lead in lane 5, LA Swimming's Taylor Ginther. Ginther this morning at 30.98. She's got the advantage as she comes to the wall and wins 30.06 for Ginther. Second goes to Maria Melnick in 4, and third goes to Killarney's Matea Gigovich, swimming in lane 3. Results on the board are official. 15 and over girls now with our first of 3 heats, the C final. Mr. Referee. Lane number 4 is top qualifier in the C final, Shrisha Gupta. 35.63 is her time. And look at lane number 1, LA Swimming's Hannah Alexander taking the bull by horns here in the C final, and she's winning at 34.59. Hannah Alexander, LA Swimming. Results on the board are official. Next up, Heat 2. This is the B final. Mr. Referee. And the B final is going to go to lane number 5, Calgary Patriots, Emma Barrett, in a time of 31:86. Results on the board are official. Next up, Heat 3. This is our A final, Mr. Referee. Here we go. Top qualifier in lane number 4, Brooklyn Navy Patriots. The only swimmer under 30 seconds at 29:82. Not far off of that was Leah Butler in lane number 5 at 30.2 for Cascade. Great underwater out of lane 3, Avery Mitchell Killarney. She's right up there with the leaders, as this one is Avey and Butler coming to the wall together. It's going to be Avey 29.68. For the Calgary Patriots taking the win. Second goes to Leah Butler, Cascade in 5, and third goes to Killarney's Avery Mitchell in lane 3. Results on the board are official. Next up, the boys 100-meter individual medley. Our first heat is a 12 to 13-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. And it's the A final, 100 IM. Levy Hildebrand in lane 4 from the Patriots. He's the top seed. He swam 1 at 13.66. Sorry, 1:11.66 this morning. Got the lead through the first 25 meters of fly and on and through the backstroke. Hildebrand turning at 32.5, 3/8 of a second up on Jasper Nago in 5 from Killarney. The third is Miguel Lorenzo, University of Calgary, swimming in 3. "25 meters of butterfly backstroke, breaststroke, and now freestyle at the close. And this one is all Levy Hildebrand. 1:11.66 this morning, and tonight a 1:10.25 for the win. Second goes to Miguel Lorenzo, swimming in lane 3. And third goes to Jasper Nago in lane 5. Results on the board are official. Next up, Heat 2, the 14 and 15-year-old A final. Mr. Referee. Owen Chan, we've seen him swim all sorts of events already tonight. He's leading the way here in the 100-meter IM. Swimming for Edmonton Canada in lane number 4 this morning. It was a 1:02.06, 7 seconds up on the field as he turns to 28.91, a full second up on his teammate Michael Lee in 3.